Hey guys, I'm
Hey,
Darren.
and I'm Abby, and welcome back to our channel, Defending the Gift.
Thank you to those of you that are new, that are just roaming the internet and just found our video by chance, and those of you that have been watching all the other ones along the way. So we thank you guys, those of you that responded to a survey that we sent out on Instagram talking about some possible topics that we really felt called to talk on.
Yeah.
And you guys really responded highly on one in particular. And so
Today, we're going to be talking about warning signs in relationships. So, when to break up or to think about maybe ending that relationship. What are the warning signs?
and the signs we're talking about are for dating relationships.
Yeah.
Marriages are a completely different thing, something that we believe isn't to be separated. And so we're talking about the dating relationship pre-marriage, of when you're trying to find that person that you want to spend
Yeah.
the rest of your life with.
Yeah. Also, I want to preface with we're more talking about the person you're dating, focusing on them, like what are some warning signs you see in them, not as much as like yourself and inwardly, because sometimes people aren't just ready to date, and then you have to look inwardly and see if you need to realign some things and see if you're ready. That's a whole nother video. So right now we're just talking about that relationship and more the other person you're dating, those warning signs in them and in your relationship. And we also want to preface with this, not everything we say, we're saying if you see this warning sign, break up immediately. Don't think about it twice, just end the relationship. That's not what we're saying. It's a warning sign, meaning it's like a yellow light, like slow down. It's a red light. Take precaution.
And
think about this. Think twice about maybe being in this relationship, and possibly end it if this sign is still progressing in your relationship.
And the biggest thing is to bring that up with the other person that's in that relationship.
Yeah.
Is talk about it with them. Are they willing to change that? And if not, then that's when you start thinking about it a little bit more.
Right.
I will start off with a couple. First one being revolving around values. Does the other person that's in that relationship with you value the same as you? Also, do they have a relationship with God as well? That's very important for especially us that are pursuing after God. So
Yeah. So are they passionately pursuing God? Not just, I have a relationship, I go to church, but is the fruit of their life, is it showing that they're honoring God in all that they do?
Is it because they want it?
Yeah,
Right.
and that they're just wanting, wholeheartedly seeking after Jesus.
And then another thing that comes alongside that is, are you compromising in areas of your values that you have for that relationship to stay with that person? Because if you are, then that is a red flag to kind of look deeper into, of why am I choosing that?
Another one along with compromising your values is that a warning sign is if that person is pressuring you to do something you don't want to do, or to become someone you don't want to be. Another warning sign is if your partner is just letting you stay comfortable, meaning they're not pushing you to become a better person. Because in a relationship, you should always be encouraging each other, challenging each other, pushing each other to become a better person.
Another big thing is that person open to changing? Because that is a huge thing in life, is we're always trying to grow to be better people, to have that value system of what God has given us, shown us, for our lives to align with that and what the Holy Spirit is guiding us into.
Yeah.
And so is that person humble enough and moldable enough to be like, yeah, that was wrong of me, I want to change that, and I want to be better for our relationship?
Yeah.
And also, is that person taking more in the relationship than giving back? Because you don't want it to be where one person is just holding on to the other person to stay alive.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that you're both walking hand in hand through life together, and you're not dragging the other person along with you, or you're being the one that's being drugged.
Yeah.
So
And so also what you talked about, like, make sure they're not always taking from you, but that they're giving, because we should, in every relationship, we should be wanting to give and not be selfish and not always taking from the other person, like, what can I get out of this relationship?
Yeah.
But instead, the mindset should be, what can I give? How can I honor and serve my partner?
another warning sign would be, do you feel trapped or even controlled by that other person? in what you're able to do and hang out with certain people, or what you value especially.
Yeah.
And then a big one is, do you find any depth in your relationship? Like, is there a deep friendship that you both are growing in, or is it a lot of surface level and just kind of going for the positive emotions through it?
Yeah. You need to have depth to a relationship, and also it can't just be all like physical or things like that. That's definitely a warning sign if your relationship just revolves around physicality, because that's not very deep.
Yeah, because what you're doing is you're trying to find that person that you're going to go through life with and intertwine your life with them. And so there needs to be that depth so that you both can grow in all the areas of your lives together.
Yeah. So the last couple warning signs we want to touch on is that person stripping you of your identity, meaning you don't feel like you can live out your God-given purpose and who you're called to be. Is part of your identity who you are being stripped away, being taken away because you're in that relationship? Because you have a purpose in life, and it's great and it's valuable, and that person you should be with should be encouraging you in that,
supporting you
in that, supporting you, coming alongside of you, and bringing out the gold in you instead of hindering the gold and hindering your purpose and identity. And then finally, does that relationship bring you joy? Because if it's not bringing you joy and it's sucking the joy and life out of you, that's a huge warning sign. Because relationships are supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be enjoyable. They're not always that way. Obviously, we all know that. But they're a huge gift from God that He wants us to thoroughly enjoy. So those are the warning signs that God gave, that we came up with. God told us to share today. There are obviously more. We would love to talk to you further if you have any questions, or just like, hey, is this a warning sign in my relationship? Please reach out to us. Let us know. We have the best way to reach out to us would be, we have an Instagram page called Defending the Gift, and you could private message us there, and we'd be happy to answer your questions and just talk to you further. So thank you guys for watching. We hope that is helpful, and God bless you guys. Have a great rest of your day.